if you thought that Hitman Absolution showboated Anita Sarkeesian's willingness to make up almost any bullshit just to push an agenda, then you ain't seen nothing yet. So now she's got up this video of what she thinks is a positive female character, what a feminist character should look like. Jade from the game Beyond Good and Evil. And yeah, it's a game for children, with no adult themes whatsoever.
This is established at the very beginning of the game when we learn that the orphanage's electricity has been shut off and Uncle Paige's hovercraft is in dire need of repair.
With no adult themes whatsoever.
About protecting her world and the people she cares about. And unlike so many one-dimensional, brooding heroes who are characterized by their own suffering, Jade does not wear the mantle of hero like a heavy burden. Instead, she retains her warmth and humanity over the course of her quest.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what you would expect for a game made for children in the 2nd grade. I mean, damn, even the PG-13 heroes were too severe for Anita. Actually, I partially take that back, because cut price Lara Croft here, you know, the one with the skin-tight pink top hugging Jade's normatively beautiful body and revealing that fantastic pancake flat midriff. And, of course, her cargo pants, which are just hipster short enough to reveal that Jade is wearing pink panties. All of which Anita has previously told us are gender signifiers that degrade women and turn them into mere sex objects. But hey, who needs consistency when you've got feminism? Yeah, cut-price Lara Croft here, in some places, does actually make it in the category of 13 and older. But anyway, let's just step back and take a look at what she says about the game and see how that compares to the actual game.
Instead of just showing or offhandedly telling us about her skills in cutscenes, the designers have built character development right into the gameplay, giving players a pleasant, non-violent way of interacting with and appreciating the beauty of the game's world, but also encourages the player to view the life forms of Hillies with some measure of respect, rather than seeing them solely as enemies to be destroyed.
This monster has been extinct for thousands of years.
Beyond Good and Evil's narrative establishes Jade's altruistic desire to achieve social justice.
This monster has been extinct for thousands of years.
Beyond Good and Evil's narrative establishes Jade's altruistic desire to achieve social justice. It's worth noting that Jade avoids falling into the tired cliché of the tough as nails, solve all problems with violence, strong female character archetype.
Ah! They've got us in their tractor beam!
It's worth noting that Jade avoids falling into the tired cliché of the tough as nails, solve all problems with violence, strong female character archetype. It's worth noting that Jade avoids falling into the tired cliché of the tough as nails, solve all problems with violence, strong female character archetype.
10-4! Yes, sir!
Edge magazine insightfully observed that part of what makes Jade so memorable is the fact that she can view this strange world and all of its careworn inhabitants through the lens of a camera, rather than the scope of an assault rifle. Because while A Damsel in Distress reinforces long-standing regressive myths about women as a group,
but you are not like them. You are mine, Shawnee, and I am going to kill the human part of you.
Jade!
Shawnee Dom Yendra!
Because while A Damsel in Distress reinforces long-standing regressive myths about women as a group, there's a subtle but subversive political dimension to Beyond Good and Evil's narrative, which highlights the importance of questioning mass media messages.
All because this media critic dared to criticize something millions of us play every day: video games.
which highlights the importance of questioning mass media messages.
The threat's making splashy headlines around the world on shows like Melissa Harris Perry.
The threat of violence, all too real.
And webcasts like Democracy Now! And HuffPost Live.
Violent threats for pointing out sexism in video games.
Whether or not that sequel ever gets made, we definitely need more games with warm, compassionate, multi-talented characters who have realistic and relatable concerns. Recruited by a resistance organization called the Iris Network, Jade uncovers a vast conspiracy between the invading aliens and the government.
To which Will Wheaton adds while describing the true talents of this feminist media critic. She continues to speak around the world about the role of women in video games and popular media. And that was in Time Magazine's Top 100 Most Influential People. And let's just remind ourselves of the expert level of feminist scholarship that we're talking about here.
Whether or not that sequel ever gets made, we definitely need more games with warm, compassionate, multi-talented characters who have realistic and relatable concerns. Recruited by a resistance organization called the Iris Network, Jade uncovers a vast conspiracy between the invading aliens and the government.
Oh yeah, that's the sort of scholarship that feminists gave about $500,000 to support.